is there. No matter what race you are, you see it. And if you don't see it, you must be blind. And even if you're blind, you know, like you have to feel it because it's in the air. Like you can feel it.
Welcome to What You Doing. I'm Ros Gold-Onwude, and today I'm here with Pascal Siakam of the Toronto Raptors. What's up, Spicy P? What you doing?
Hey, what's good? What's good? I'm doing good. I'm just, staying home, staying healthy, like everyone is, and obviously with everything going on, man, just being with family and people that you care about.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man. I mean, you are a guest on the show right now during a time where there's unrest in America. There's conversations, protests going on about racial inequalities, injustice, police brutality. How have you been able to process everything that's been going on?
I think, obviously it's a little different for me coming from, from Africa and not being born in the US or just moving when I was 18 years old and being used to being the majority, right? Like is Black people in Cameroon, all around and coming to a different country, where you're the minority and just seeing, how everything that's happening, from injustice and profiling, and all the racism and everything that's going on, man. And obviously just seeing that video, which was, there's a lot more videos like that, and seeing George Floyd, begging for his life, and it hurts. Like it hurts, man. And I feel like no matter where you are, and you can't tell me that that video doesn't hurt you and it doesn't make you feel some type of way and make you feel like something is wrong in this country and that it needs to change. And I think that's how the people are feeling, and that's why you see all the rage, man. That's why you see people like combined with COVID and people being out of jobs and just people just feeling like they've been felt for so long, and they're just reacting in a way that they know how to react. And I just feel like it's not my job to tell people how to react, and I can't tell people how to react. Like they're gonna react how they feel, and they be feeling really bad, for a long time. So it hurts, man. It hurts. And we want to change, and I think it's time that we acknowledge that there's a problem in that we all acknowledge that there's a problem, no matter the race, and we move forward to change it because the people are tired, and it's time to have the conversations. Can't shy away from them anymore. It's there. No matter what race you are, you see it. And if you don't see it, you must be blind. And even if you're blind, like you have to feel it because it's in the air. Like you can feel it. And I think that we had to now, do something about it. And me too, coming from Africa, like obviously I'm learning about everything and I'm doing my research to find ways to help. But I think that, it's time. It's time, and the time is now.
The time is now for these discussions. I'm right there with you, and it does hurt. With those discussions, you work in a predominantly Black league. You're on a predominantly Black team. How have the Raptors, how has your team come together as brothers to have those discussions? Have you had those discussions? And if so, what are you guys talking about?
I think, we have conference calls about it and just getting everyone together, man, like coaching staff, players, everyone, just this is a problem that's been going on for a long time, and just getting everyone's perspective. Because if you look at our team, man, we have people from Spain, Africa, London, and I mean, like the list goes on and on, Americans, like, so we have different cultures and different perspective on the issue, and some of them are closer to it than others, but at the same time, we all feel it. And I think, just being with those guys, obviously first, sharing our love for each other, knowing that, we care about you, we love you, and we are with you. And then also discussing what's been going on. And I think that's what we've been doing. And we have conversation to find a way to impactfully, deal with the issue and find a way where, we can all stand together as a unit, to make a change. So I think that's what we've been doing as a team, and figuring out ways, having discussions, talking about it, and you know, we're moving, it's moving, and obviously it's a big and it's a long discussion that's gonna go on forever, I feel like, but it has to start, and we have to be able to, you know, tackle the issue.
Absolutely. You know, and it doesn't end there. 2020 has been crazy. I mean, it's just one thing after another. We're still trying to figure out how to live with COVID-19, which
Mm-hmm.
paused the NBA season, paused the world, and paused the NBA season since March 11th. But the good news is for the league that the NBA will be back. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we're talking about playoffs. Y'all have been gone off from basketball for 4 months or so now, and then you're just going to pop into playoffs after 8 games. Time?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But I feel like everything is crazy at this time, man. Like I feel like we're getting used to crazy, so it's like we have to adapt, man. We have to adapt, and I think that's something we've been able to do as a team. Like we've been going through so many injuries and the doubts and whatever, you know, always happen. We always find a way, man. And that's just like I said, another challenge that we have to find a way to beat.
Are you concerned about contracting coronavirus?
Definitely, definitely, man. I think it's scary to think about. But at the same time, I trust that, you know, the NBA is doing the best that it can, and they're going to put us in the safest environment possible to be able to resume. And I don't think there's a possibility to do it without risk. Like I don't think there's a possibility to do it without risk. But as long as, you know, it's a low risk, like a very very low risk, I think, you know, I'm gonna be okay with it.
It might be a while till we see the NBA, if we see the NBA as we once knew it. I mean, have you ever taken a moment to consider, with you guys winning the championship last year, the Raptors being the champions, like that might have been the last championship with fans and a celebration parade that we see for a while. Like, what does
Hmm.
it make you feel to know that you got to experience that, and that
Right.
change might be ahead for who knows how long?
Right. First, I mean, obviously, I'm excited to have experienced the best parade ever. Like, and that's, I'm definitely, you know, I feel blessed that it was my team that experienced that. I mean, the Toronto fans, man, oh my God, like, so incredible. Just seeing how many people were there that night, man. Like, it's, you can, because I think some people ask you, like, okay, you watch all the championships and you probably dreamed of the parade and you imagine it. Like, I could never imagine anything like that. Like, in my wildest dreams, like, you know, to see that many people, you know, hanging from trees and being on top of buildings. Like literally, it was the most amazing thing ever. And I'll definitely remember that for the rest of my life. And now just thinking about, you know, everything that's going on and knowing that it might be, you know, like that's crazy to think about. Like I don't really want to think about that, to be honest, man. Like because, you know, it's so scary and like to think that that might never happen again, like because of this, you know, Corona and everything that's been going on, like that's scary. That's super scary.
If you were to win back to back, would you see the two championships as different?
No, not really. I think the challenges would probably be greater, man. Like I think just because of everything that's going on, it's like, you know, you have the locker years or like or whatever when the season just get cut the way that it did. And now it's like you can't have fans, you can't have, you know, all these things in the arena. Like you have to go to one environment for like months to be able to finish this. Like literally, like it's something that never happened before. And I don't think that it makes it less of a championship. Like I think it just makes it like, you know, you went through like much more, I feel like, to be able to win. And I think it will be as sweet as every other championship.
Here's the thing that I do know. Every year you've been putting in work. You know, you are an NBA champion. You were most improved player. This year
Hmm.
you're an all-star. You were
Hmm.
validated with the max contract. Mm. You know, so as I see my friend Pascal rising in this league, I want it, and I don't want you to be bashful, Pascal. You got to say it to believe it. How do you see yourself positioned in this league?
I definitely feel like, you know, it's my time. Like I think it's my time. I feel like, you know, it's a lot of work that's been put in, and that's, you know, I'm still working every single day. Try like working on my game, making sure that I'm the best that I can. Um, and obviously I just feel like, you know, like it's my time. Like I don't see anything stopping me, and I just have that confidence, and obviously I put the work in to back it up, and you know, I just feel like, you know, I'm up there for sure.
How up?
That's on you to decide. Like I'm up there. I know I'm up there, and and the rest, you know, y'all gotta decide where. But I'm up
Okay.
there.
Do you feel that you're still slept on in some ways?
And like, to be honest, like I don't really care. Like I don't really care. Like I never look at that. Like, okay, you're being slept on, and like I don't care. Like for me, it's about, you know, putting the work in, making sure that I put the work in, and you can't ignore me, and make sure that you can't ignore me. Like that's it.
Your father, may he rest in peace, was a huge inspiration for you in goal setting, wanting to get to the NBA. You've reached his dreams for you. So now as you sit here, I just want to know what motivates Pascal at this point.
I think obviously there's always that, you know, being able to do everything that I do for him. Like that's like, first of all, that's like the highest motivation for me, because I feel like, you know, like that's my purpose, like in life, no matter basketball, whatever the case might be, because I just always remember him as being someone that was kind, someone that did everything to help people, and you know, someone that was like goal driven and worked really hard to accomplish what he did in his life. You know, didn't come from a rich family, you know, worked really hard to make sure that he had his kids and make sure that his kids were good. And you know, like he's just the example for me. Like he's everything that I look up to. Like I just want to be like him. I want to make sure that I have the impact that he had on people, just because, you know, like he was such a kind person. And if you look at everyone that knows him, you know, they will tell you that. And I don't think anyone can speak bad on his name, just because of that's how great of a person he was. So I think my job, man, he always loved to look at young people and making sure. He said that, you know, education was, you know, one of the most like amazing thing ever, or like the best thing that we can do, like educating the young people. And that's why my job has always been to, you know, look at the younger generation, making sure that I do everything, you know, to be an example for them, making sure that they know that, you know, everything that I'm accomplishing is possible, and they can do it, and they can accomplish all these same things if they put the work in. And that was his mission also, like educating the youth and the next generation. And I think I'm gonna continue to do that for the rest of my life.
We are now at the end of the show, and every What You Doing ends with a challenge.
Hey, let's get it.
Ooh, I like your energy, Spicy Pete.
Let's get it. I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
All right. So the challenge I created for you was a first time challenge. And that's because life is rapidly changing for you all the time. It seems every year for you, Pascal. So we're going to slow it down and take a stroll down memory lane and look at some of your biggest firsts. You ready?
Yep, let's get it.
Who was the first player to ever have you starstruck?
Just another opponent. Like my preseason game, we played the Warriors, and I think for me it was just like Kevin Durant, because it was definitely someone that, you know, I watched and seeing his game too. So like, you know, that was pretty cool. Like that was a cool moment to be able to guard him my first preseason game. Like that was pretty cool.
Who was your first friend in the NBA?
First friend in the NBA, definitely Jakob Poeltl. Drafted together. You know, I'm still mad at him because when we had our workout with the Raptors, they had a separate workout for him because he was supposed to be like a higher draft pick, and he had a separate workout. He was doing layups and he was doing hook shots, and he was all looking all cute on the other side, and I was out there, you know, sweating and working hard on the other side. So I think that was always one of my best friends with Jakob, man. But nah, that's definitely my best friend from, you know, when I got to the NBA. Just, you know, we just related and we hung out the most of the time because we were we Fred obviously, but you know, we were the rookies out there.
That is hilarious, especially with now. Like, you know, you kind of the big dog right now. I'm sure you.
Nah, Jakob's still the big dog, man. Jakob always the big dog. Big dog.
Oh, okay.
Jamal McGraw, we know that. Big dog. Who?
All right. Is that your best big dog impersonation? I got it.
Yeah, that was bad.
All right, here we go. First instrument you ever played?
Well, I'm learning the piano now. I think I would say that's the first instrument that I played, but I don't really play it because I'm learning. So like, I don't know.
If you guys win the championship, will you play some piano in the celebration?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
No,
I don't think I'm ready for that.
All right. First thing that you were good at besides basketball?
Soccer. Easy. I was a great soccer player.
Excellent. Think you could have been a pro?
Yeah, definitely.
First meal you learned to cook for yourself?
Maybe like we do like a spaghetti with like eggs thing that we do. Mm-hmm. And like, it's like a mix and it's like an omelet basically.
Yeah, y'all don't know nothing about this. Spaghetti and what else you know? Sardines. Yeah, it's probably nasty to y'all, but this is fire right there. This is it.
What's the name of that dish?
On appelle ça en français. In French, it's like spaghetti œuf. So it's like that's just how I call it. It's like eggs and spaghetti, basically.
What's the first car you ever owned?
First car I ever owned. I don't really own a car, to be honest. I don't.
How do you get around?
Yeah. Well, I have cars, but like I don't own them. Like they just give me cars and I drive them.
Oh, must be nice.
Be smart, people. Be smart, people. You don't have to if you don't need it.
All right, well, if we could all be as lucky as you. It's been a pleasure to have you on This What You Doing. We've covered a lot today, a lot of different things happening in the world right now. So thank you for coming by What You're Doing, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Congrats to you too. I see you, moving up to doing your thing. And, definitely appreciate you having me on the show. And, keep going, man. Africa, we're going to stick together. We're going to get this going and just happy and excited, to see you do big things too. So congrats.
Thank you. From Cameroon to Nigeria to the world.
All love.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.